This is how you upgrade your life before 2025 ends. The reality is most people will end 2025 exactly where they started, stuck in the same routines, with the same habits, in the same comfort zone. In fact, studies show that 43% of our day is driven by habit, meaning that nearly half the time you're not even choosing consciously, you're just reacting. But what if you could use the final few months of the year to completely upgrade your life? Let me show you the 5 bold moves that can change everything before the year is out. I'm Georgie Hubbard and I'm the author of The Bold Move, Build Confidence and Reinvent Your Career in the Age of AI. And I've spent over a decade in recruitment, building my own agency and coaching professionals on how to reinvent themselves in this fast changing world. And what I've learned is this: transformation doesn't happen in January with resolutions. It happens in the small, intentional shifts you make right now. So stop waiting and start taking action, because your future self is relying on you to make the shift right now. So let's get into the 5 bold moves that will help you level up your life right now. Okay, bold move number 1, audit your current life. This is where so many people go wrong with change. They try and create a new life as the same person they are today. They just keep adding more goals, more habits, more tasks on top of an already full plate. And then they wonder why nothing sticks. But the truth is, the first step to upgrading your life isn't adding, it's releasing. It's letting go of the habits, the routines, the mindset that no longer serve you. Here's a really powerful way to do it. Write down 3 lists. First, I want you to think, what's the old me? What are the habits, the routines, or the ways of thinking that you need to let go of? Second, what drains my energy? What tasks, people, or environments actually pull me backwards? Third, what no longer serves me? What things am I keeping hold of out of comfort, but that aren't aligned with who I want to become? For me, when I did this recently, I realized I was being far too reactive. Every day I was putting out fires, jumping on calls, answering emails, refreshing social media. I was constantly in reaction mode. But once I got clear on that list, I could see exactly what was stealing my energy. And that awareness gave me the space to focus on what would actually move me forward. So here is your challenge. Do a brutal life audit. Now, don't sugarcoat it. Get clear on what's not working, what's draining you, and then cut the noise. Because only when you release what's holding you back can you make room for what's going to take you forward. Okay, bold move number 2. Upgrade your environment. Our environment shapes your focus, your energy, and your results. If your workplace is cluttered and your routines are messy, or you're surrounded by people who keep you stuck, you're fighting an uphill battle. I know this firsthand. For 3 years, I was living in rural Victoria. On paper, it was great, but in reality, I was spending 3 hours commuting into the city multiple times a week. I was driving 15 minutes just to get to the gym and living in a house that came with endless chores. Cleaning, gardening, it was just constantly needing my attention. And one day I realized that this environment wasn't helping me get to where I wanted to be. It was actually stealing my time, my focus, and my energy. So I made a bold move. I upgraded my environment. I moved back to the city, to a Melbourne apartment on the 34th floor. And now every morning I open the blinds to a skyline that motivates me. I walk downstairs to the gym that's got everything I need. Pilates, yoga, saunas. It's even got an infrared light therapy. My environment now fuels me instead of drains me. Now I know what you're thinking, because not everyone can move house, and if that's you right now, that's okay. You don't have to uproot your whole life to upgrade your environment. Start where you are. Clear your desk so your mind feels lighter. Create a morning routine that actually fuels you. And most importantly, pay attention to who you're spending your time with. Are the people around you encouraging you, motivating you, and uplifting you? Or are they draining your energy and keeping you stuck? Because the truth is, we become who we surround ourselves with. The bottom line is this: your environment matters. It impacts your energy, your focus, and your discipline. And it can be the difference between showing up motivated or making excuses. So if you want to upgrade your life before 2025 ends, start upgrading your environment. Even small shifts can create massive change in how you finish the year and how you launch 2026. Okay, bold move number 3, do a digital reset. Here's something we don't talk about enough: the digital clutter that quietly steals our energy. Emails, notifications, social media apps, they're draining you more than you realize. And this is where you need to get really honest with yourself. If you find that you're undisciplined with social media, you need to set some solid boundaries. If you're constantly scrolling and getting swept up in the algorithm, you've got to catch yourself and ask, am I using this or is this using me? I've had to do this in my own life. I moved all my social media apps out of sight on my phone. So now if I want to go to Instagram or LinkedIn, I literally have to swipe and search for them. It forces me to make more intentional decisions, not just have an unconscious behavior. And this goes beyond social media. Think about Netflix. If you're someone who collapses on the couch every night and presses play to switch off, that's fine sometimes, of course. But what if just for the rest of the year, you cancelled your subscription and invested that time differently? Imagine swapping 1 hour of Netflix for 1 hour of movement, or journaling, or breath work, or learning a new skill, or even listening to an inspiring podcast or YouTube conversation. The truth is, how we use our time and how we use technology will either move us forward or it will quietly keep us stuck. A digital reset gives you back focus, energy, and momentum for the things that actually matter. You may even find yourself being happier, more present and calmer in your day-to-day life without the constant noise of digital distractions coming at you 24/7. I know I did. Okay, bold move number 4, prioritize energy, not just time. We've all been told to manage our time, but from my own experience, time management only gets you so far. The real unlock is energy management, because you can have 8 hours in the day, but if your energy is flat, you won't get anything meaningful done. This has been an absolute game changer in my own life. I don't just think about where I'm spending my time, I think about how I can maximize my energy. For me, I know that I'm at my peak in the mornings. That's when I protect my time for the big things like creating YouTube videos, researching new ideas, or even writing. Those first 2 to 3 hours of the day, they're sacred time for me to do the most important work, not just the most urgent work. Now, your peak might look completely different to mine. For you, it might mean afternoons or evenings. But the point is this: identify when you're most naturally energized and put your most important work there. Don't waste time on things like admin or emails. Use it for tasks that actually move your life forward. And then ask yourself, how can I increase my energy every day? So for me, it starts with intention setting and meditation each morning. It's then followed by movement, whether it's running, going to the gym, or going for a cycle. I lean into those holistic practices like saunas, breath work, and making sure I am fueling my body with enough water and the right nutrition. And also just keeping an eye on the caffeine intake and alcohol, because all of these little decisions either drain my energy or boost it. But here's the key. We all have a limited capacity of energy every single day. If you notice your energy dipping, track it. Look at what you've eaten, how you've slept, who you've been around. Your energy is your most valuable currency, so spend it wisely. From my own experience, success doesn't come from squeezing in more hours. It comes from showing up with your best energy to do the work that really matters most. Okay, bold move number 5. Craft your 2026 identity now. Here's the most powerful shift. Stop waiting for January to become the new you. You don't need another resolution. You need a new identity. We've already identified what the old you does. Now let's design what the bold you does. How do you want to show up in 2026? Decide that now. Do you want to be a confident leader, launch your own business, become a stronger speaker? Then start acting like that person today, because identity drives action. The way you see yourself determines the choices you make. If you see yourself differently, you'll make better choices now. So don't wait until the new year. Get really specific and ask yourself, how does the bold version of me walk? How does she talk? How does she communicate? What does she wear? Who does she hang around with? How does she spend her mornings, her evenings, and her weekends? The clearer you can be about the version of yourself, the easier it becomes to step into her now. So here's a practical step. Write out your new identity as if it's already true. Or create a vision board. Add the pictures of the clothes you want to wear, the places you want to work, the lifestyle you want to live. The more detail you can give, the more real it becomes. And while you're in this phase of transformation, please give yourself grace. It's not about becoming that person overnight. It's about making small, consistent choices that align with her. That's where confidence comes from. First clarity, then courage. Most people don't achieve their goals because they only ask, what do I want? Or how do I get it? They don't ask the deeper question, who do I need to become in order to achieve this? And that's where it all starts. Because you can change everything externally, but if you don't change how you see yourself internally, nothing sticks. So craft your identity from the inside out. Who do you want to be in 2026? Decide it now and then start living it today. So if you want to upgrade your life before 2025 ends and step boldly in 2026, here are the 5 moves. Audit your life, release what no longer serves you, upgrade your environment, design the space that fuels you, do a digital reset, clear the noise and reclaim your focus. Prioritise your energy, not just your time, protect and maximize your best hours. And craft your 2026 identity now. Decide who you want to be and start living it today. If you do these 5 things, you won't just finish 2025 stronger, you'll start 2026 unstoppable. If this resonated, hit that subscribe button and follow me for more career reinvention, confidence, and becoming the best version of yourself in 2026 and beyond. And let me know in the comments, what's the one bold move you're going to make before this year ends? I can't wait to read it.